Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody watching this video today. Today, we are going to be doing maybe sort of like a semi-review of Le Mans Ultimate. We are on version 1.3.2. And yeah, I'm 3 months into this game, so I haven't played a lot, but we're just going to talk about the full review of the game in general. From my experience, this game is really nice, easy to get into, and yeah, we're just going to do a bit of race weekend so far, but talking about the UI here, it is very, very easy to understand where you need to go. I think the reason you want things to be how it is on here is basically you want to know where things are very easily. So yeah, no, it's just a perfect fit. If it says go here, you go there, and there's no problems whatsoever. Here it says start driving, you click on start driving and you're driving. So that's how easy it should be, me personally. Shows custom setup, and it shows load and save. Go onto it, it shows your saves, and it shows load. Boom, easy as that. And it loads your whole setup. So it should be quite easy. In certain games I've seen they have not great UIs, so it's tricky to understand where a lot of things are, so on and so forth. But yeah, no, if we start to drive here, we can see the game looks great, right? Right now I'm playing on low graphical settings, if I'm not mistaken myself. The car on the inside looks nice. The rear mirror looks good too. So everything looks pretty darn good. But yeah, no, getting into the driving now. And I have to admit, playing this game at the very beginning, my first time ever, I have to admit, I didn't like the physics of the game. I hated them. I really didn't like them. I disliked them, if I'm being totally honest. First got onto the game and I thought, this just feels really, really bad. So, bad sign, right? Got off of the game for, I think it was 2 weeks, something like that. And then I got back onto the game after those 2 weeks, and I just needed to get some discipline in, right? So, decided to try and grind out the game quite a bit, and I have to admit, it really helped, because now I enjoy the game quite a darn bit. This is what also made me create this channel, so that you guys can see how racing looks like on Le Mans Ultimate and what it feels like. Obviously the setup of your tracks, your practice is pretty easy too, so nothing tricky here. But if you just want a solo session by yourself, testing out things, it's pretty easy, to be honest. You just got to go into the settings for race weekend, set that up, and once you've set that up, there should be loads of different sections there for different settings of the game. And you can just do practice session without any drivers, without any LMGT3, LMP2s, and GR1 drivers or hypercars, which is also another cool feature. But then if you do want just hypers on the track, you can do that. If you just want GT3s, you can do that too, so on and so forth. Also, the HUD layout for this game is set up very nicely, if I do say so myself. Nice and simple, although it shows all of the stats that you need. Down in the left corner of the screen, you can see me flicking through lots of these different options to show tyre wear, so on and so forth, things like that, which are pretty easy to sort through. very nice. It works very well, me personally. So yeah, no, very good stuff. As I was saying, the HUD layout, very nice and organized, while still having that clean look to it. But you know, overall the game is really nice. Physics are really nice. The graphics also very nice. But yeah, going on to just the overall layout of the main menu of this game, you can see here we have three options: race weekend, online, and co-op. These are the main three options that you can do. Obviously, race weekend, if you go into that, you have the option here of races that you can do in the World Endurance Championship, obviously, with hypercars and GT3 cars. You can also include LMP2 cars in certain races, but it's a bit trickier. Also, you can flick through the 2025 season, 24 and 23 season, where they had in the 2023 season, they had the hypercars, LMP2 cars, and the GTE cars. Obviously, in each year, they had different track layouts, so that depends on each year. Here you can see you have Monza and Sebring, but let's say we go to the 24 season, you'll see a difference as, well, we'll obviously see here, we do not have Monza and we do not have Sebring. But continuing on from that, you also have the ELMS European Le Mans Series, so the smaller maybe version in a sense of the World Endurance Series. But here you can see that these tracks here, other than Imola and Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, are obviously not in the World Endurance Championship Series. But yeah, no, some very nice tracks here also. Very easy to choose from. You know, you just go, let's say you want to choose Portimao, you click on Portimao, and then you go to cars, obviously choose which car you're going to go with. You have LMP2s, LMP3s, and the GT3 cars. Obviously there is a smaller selection for these cars, but here let's choose the Corvette real quick. You go into event settings, and you have everything here. You have the ELMS season, 2025 season. You can have the full grid. Obviously I've clicked off of these. So we have the LMP2s, LMP3s, and the GT3 cars here. Here it obviously shows the event length as well. Obviously, practice session we've got up here for 1 hour. Qualifying is a private session for 25 minutes. And then obviously we've still got the race, a rolling start for 2 hours. You can obviously change a fast start, a rolling start, and you can change the length very, very easily. You can obviously click off of them if you don't want certain ones. That works also very well. You've got tire warmers here. You can change all of that as well. And then you've got advanced options. Advanced options is you can just change anything here. Anything you want, totally. You've got race, and then you've got absolutely everything. To change here, obviously you've also got weather, the advanced, obviously. And then you've obviously got the difficulty. You've got damage simulation, all of the things like that. You've got opponent difficulty. So opponent difficulty only goes down to 75, sorry. And then goes up all the way to 110. No, 105 if I'm not mistaken. But you know, looks really good. Works very well. Really, really simple to go through, and so on and so forth. Let's go out of race weekend now, and we can show you some more things here. Here you've obviously got the online, nice and easy to flick through. You've obviously got your race stats here. Here it shows your race history, shows view results. As I was saying, it's very easy to flick through. You can see all of your race results from your past races. Obviously, you've got online championships, daily races, weekly races, and special events. Although in the online championships, you need Race Control Pro, from what I've heard, to actually be able to do these. As you can see here, team championships, and yeah, all of these things. But yeah, no, works very well. Obviously here you've got private hosted sessions that you can also flick through. You can even host your own if you wanted to. You can make it a private session, which, let's see if we can find one here. Yeah, here you've got a private session where you would probably only need a code of some sort. So if we try click on it, try get into it, see here that you need a pack required to be able to join this. So as you can see here, I haven't got the Silverstones pack, so I'm not able to do these Silverstone races. But we flick through to page number 2 here. Let's go on this one. We'll see what it is. Here, try to join server, and seems to not be a problem, but no. So what it is there's a password. You can try gain the password. Some people will be streaming, some people might not be. But yeah, no, so the layout is very nice. Works very well, nice and easy. Very easy to flick through. You've obviously got the special events. The special events, I think, go on for around a week. The special events usually, from what I remember, are just real-life races, in a sense. So let's say you've got the 6 hours of Imola that happened, I think, 2 or a week ago. That happened in a race, and they had the 6 hours of Imola in special events here as well. You'd obviously do it as a team, and there's, I think, 48 teams in a race grid, if I'm not mistaken myself. And then you'd obviously do it like a real race team would. Here you've got the weekly races. These obviously change every week too, or every month, if I'm not mistaken. So these are trickier races with hypercar, LMP2s and GT3s, but you do need a silver rating to be able to do them. I haven't raced them myself. I'm only a bronze rating still, so I'm not very high. But yeah, so obviously very easy to flick through here. Co-op, I think that is very, very similar to online. So you are doing it with other people, but it's just hypercars and GT3s, and it goes on for a bit. So you can register, and it's nothing too crazy, to be honest, but that's also very nice. You can obviously see the leaderboard up there a second ago. If we try and go to the Barcelona one, you can see here leaderboards. These shows the fastest, the most amount of points from overall LMP2s, GT3s, the LMP2 ELMS ones, and the LMP3s. So it's very nice. Works very well, nice and easy. You can just flick through very well. But yeah, no. Continuing on from that, here you've got replays. These just show every single replay you've ever had. So even if it's in race weekend, it will still show it so that you don't have to record anything from your laptop or PC. Here you've just got overall settings for gameplay. Usually you've got controls here. I'm using the Logitech G Pro, so obviously it may be a bit weird for other people. Graphics wise, I'm just using a 4K 60Hz TV. Works very well. Seems here we are not playing on low settings. I was mistaken, guys. We're playing on high to medium settings. Obviously, the laptop that we've got is a RTX 3070 with an i7 11th generation. So it's nothing crazy, to be honest, but it works pretty darn well. We do usually go to 110 frames per second with this laptop, which is pretty darn good on these high to medium settings in online and offline races. Here you've obviously got credits for the game, just showing off who made it, the project leadership, so on and so forth, who's actually made the game. Here, they've obviously got news, in a sense, new things coming to the game, and so on and so forth, like new packs. And if you go to more detail, you'll be able to see the new things that you can get from it. Up here, you've got the three lines, and these show all of these things down to the side here, just in maybe a more advanced way. You've obviously got teams here, which can be another thing here that can help you out. Teams you're in, your teams, You've got event history, again, profile. These are going on from the last things that I've shown. Here you've got liveries. I haven't got any liveries myself, so I wouldn't show. You've got overall stats here, the races that you've done, things like that. We go back to the 3 lines. You've obviously got replays, profile, online, and then you've got race control. Race control depends on how much you're paying weekly, monthly, or yearly to get these livery access, the online access to certain things, and yeah, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video of my review of the game. I wish I could do some online races, but fortunately I have got banned. So I will see you guys in the next one.